Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Smudcast number 721. Is My Hero Academia on on pro-American propaganda? Is that did he check his title? Did I copy that right?
It might be a figure of speech,
Oh, maybe
like
on.
it's on drugs.
Oh, it's like on pro-American drugs. Okay. Sure. All right. So, if you guys don't know, My Hero Academia is a shonen anime based off of manga. Very popular. A guy who has no powers wants to be a superhero. He gains powers, but the power he uses hurts himself, so he has to buff up to use them properly. And the guy who teaches him to buff up is this guy who names all of his abilities after American states or cities. I can't remember. So
States.
states, yeah. So every punch has a certain name of a state, and that there's a certain ability. And I guess that would be the American propaganda element. I think.
Maybe, but the whole thing is a homage to American superheroes, in that sense, and especially since Metro Man is a not Metro Man. Holy shit. uh, All Might, not Metro Man. He's the stand-in for Superman, basically, the closest thing, and thus, of course, you make that the American guy, or at least the American studied guy.
Yeah, it's not something I really got into because I'm not into that sort of genre, but I can understand the appeal. It's obvious that this is going to attract the average anime watcher. It's for young adults, and it's about a guy who's the bottom of the barrel sort of fellow trying to fit in with a bunch of geniuses or people who are stronger than him, and he has to struggle very, very hard to get to their level. And he ends up being stronger than them as a result of the struggle. And it's like, oh, what a great story from rags to riches, or from the little guy becoming the bigger guy and being a hero.
From the impossible kid who had no chance of getting anywhere to his dream, to getting to the top of his dream.
Yeah, just by never endingly training and never stopping, believing in what he wants to do in a world of supervillains and superheroes. He wants to be part of that. So that alone is a great idea. It's a simple idea. It's nothing new. We've seen characters strive to be the best, or to get in with the adults, or to join a club that they had no chance of winning or getting into, and they end up doing it. So that's really nothing new, but it's the drama that really connects, because you understand why he wants to do it. You understand all the people around him that are struggling with him, sometimes against him. So it's your very typical coming of age story with this added sense of responsibility. I want to help people. I want to prevent them from dying as a hero, and all the silly heroism tropes that go along with that, along with the military academy setting, which is just everywhere. It doesn't matter what anime you watch, isekai genre, fantasy, science fiction, there's going to be a military academy, and there's going to be a bunch of kids learning how to fight. So, fun for everyone. Anyway, this is a 6.5 minute video. Who's this from? We've got Mr. Vincent Martin from 5 years ago. Okay, and as hashtags, we've got funny, feminism, and comic gate, as opposed to comics gate. So, if we read the description, let's just make sure we get this clearly. Don't get this twisted. This is a satire. I talk about comics gate and feminism. Wait, do I need to hashtag for feminism? But main the funny, yes, I need the hashtag there for funny. Thought that popped in my head of how certain people could view the My Hero Academia. I don't know what's up with this guy's grammar, but it's not very good. Let's hope.
So is this a potential point that leftists could take? Is that it? This is kind of not a straw man, but a hypothetical point that would be a logical conclusion that leftists would get to in order to criticize this. Is that what he's trying to do?
Well, if he's saying it's a parody or a joke, then it can go either way. I don't know what to expect here, but he could be parodying, the reactions to kids shows in the West that people don't understand. It could be an interpretation of how Japan interprets the West. So there's lots of potential avenues for comedy here. I don't know. Obviously, he likes the show, or else he would have done it. So who knows? I don't know what to expect with this fellow. Anyway, 6.5 minutes. Here we go. No subtitles, unfortunately. All right.
Is My Hero Academia pro-American propaganda? That I'm not sure of. For all appearances, it is. It promotes an American-themed hero as the greatest in Japan. Just like the atom bomb. Oh, is that going too far? I don't know, but given the fact he is the pillar for the heroic community and hero...
Very high energy.
It is undeniable that American value plays a factor in the given series. Given the title question, I pose...
Mike, louder music, quieter.
Besides the writer of the manga being a fan of several popular Japanese series such as One Piece and Naruto, also likes American comics, Marvel, being the slightest example in the wiki I read. I have to wonder, since All Might is such a parent blonde white male, how he sees American superheroes. Even worse than the pro-American propaganda, could My Hero Academia be pro-Comicsgate? Crazy question aside, you have the Nazi-ass top dog hero All Might with his blonde hair and blue eyes. The story
I can see that how this is supposed to be parody, but he's not delivering it well.
No, this is very serious. It's very easy to catch on.
I feel like he has a headache and he's trying to read his lines.
I think he's also trying a Plinkett impression
in the past minute.
I think it's a Plinkett impression.
Oh no, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
A weak Plinkett
I think
impression.
he's bored. He's like, oh, I gotta talk about My Hero Academia stuff. There we go. All right.
Renegade Cut?
No, that would be completely emotionless. That would be like, I am Renegade Cut. I want to talk about socialism when I was in Qatar or wherever the hell he was.
Never trust the cops.
Okay, I would say he runs on 0.2 Plinkets.
Okay, let's go with that. That's good enough.
And does many superhero tropes right, which, in my opinion, supports the Comic-Gate's conspiracy of Hero
You see,
Academia.
there's just not enough misogyny in his voice to be a Plinkett clone.
Anything deep must be a dog whistle in reality. Where are the minorities in Hero Aka? Where are the blatantly evil villains in Hero Aka? Who should just be conveniently placed in the fiendishly evil column of the checklist, but alas, they're not. Similar.
What is happening? I don't know what I think he's losing the comedy on me. I'm just like, what is he talking about?
There was a comedy here?
I think he's playing out the joke for too long, because this way people's brains are just shutting down.
Yeah, this is too much. He's throwing all these images. Those were characters from One Punch Man, I think, and he was showing Naruto in the background. I was like, what is the point of this?
I don't think it works when you do this on volume.
Okay.
At least not for 6 minutes.
Cancer a believable and sympathetic background story. How can the villains of Hiroaka give the baddies of the series such sympathetic overtones and backstories? I don't know. And why are the heroes in the story so full of flaws?
I think I know a solution for this video.
Please.
Let's see.
Anime produced by that typhoon, tsunami wave.
It's still going.
American fourth wave
I
feminism.
think it's falling apart.
Will create a much better.
All right, that was a video.
Oh, that was a great video. Thank
Wow.
you, guys.
Wonderful. We were very amused.
Yeah, that was so exciting.
Thanks, Matthias.
Who suggested that?
Who suggested this? This thing was absolutely ridiculous.
It has to be Matthias. Only Brazilians are this low.
Yeah, but who voted for it? Like, you guys voted for this thing. This is horrible.
People
Not
voted on
me.
it based on the title, and the title is funny.
Did you guys
The title
watch
is
it
funny nonsense.
for more than a minute just to,
I don't.
No
People
one
who
does.
vote on
Yeah,
this,
I'm
they
gonna
vote by
find
the
this
title.
fucker who
Nobody
did
watches.
this.
Nobody watches these things. It's all going by the title.
Okay, well, that was an attempt. I'll give him the attempt. He put a lot of editing into that. He was moving those images around the screen when video was in the background, so at least you had something to look at. But the comedy of spoofing whatever he was talking about just did not hit anything for me.
So in just 2 votes behind was who actually wants to get isekai'd.
Really? That would have been... I mean, that's a good topic for the genre. Because the genre is gigantic. You may as well ask the question. Who wants to do this?
It all depends on context.
Yeah, did you die?
Isekai'd where to?
Did you
How?
Did you have a worse life where you came from? Were you just hit by a car because that was the joke? Is your life a
I
joke?
found it. Forrest suggested this video.
Oh, you did?
That fits.
Yes.
Who is this guy again?
I guess someone needs to be banned from suggesting videos.
Maybe give him a 3-month ban on Anime Day.
Forrest, did you watch this video before you suggested it, or did you also just go by the title?
Yeah, that was not good.
Nobody checked this. Nobody in the process checked this.
Yeah, we need a QA person to be like, what is this video? What is this suggestion that people are giving me? Let's actually play that for 2 seconds and say, oh.
Didn't we originally have the Mateus Council of
The council.
Brazilian
The Brazilian.
sweatshop workers just for this purpose?
Bunch of monks in Brazil are like, yeah, this is good. This is good. I don't mind this. This is kosher.
Very good video. It is good. Very Christian.
Yeah, this passes all the checks. There's
Maybe we've lost Q&A people without noticing it because they off themselves or something from having to watch all the hundreds of hours of madness that were sorted out.
You have to remember, this is a Monday, so people may not have the best awareness of what's going on. Plus, we have gotten rid of the crazies of Maggie May, and not that we wanted to, we couldn't take it anymore. They just run out of content and Renegade cut. So, we have whatever we got, and this is it. It's not quite the same level of crazy we expect. So this is just this amateur...
It's the rest of YouTube.
Spoof of trying to make fun of all the weirdos who make fun of anime in a backwards way. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But if you guys could recommend a few better videos for us to cover and vote on, please do so. Do not just randomly select guys. And you knew this was a spoof if you read the description. So unless it's like an ER video where he does satire while saying honest things and doing biting commentary, that's good to cover. If it's just a guy being goofy, like imagine the the opposite. Imagine a person taking what would be a weeb, like a pro weeb thing. Like everything's awesome in Japan land.
Attack on Titan's final season was the best thing ever.
Like something like that. We could be like, oh, that's gonna be hilarious to watch because you can't argue very well why it's good. So you're gonna say, look at the color of this boring episode. Okay, look at the horrible drama. Like, oh, that would work, but not a limp method of trying to spoof feminism in anime for kids. It doesn't quite work.
What did you just say, Mark? Attack on Titan is finally over?
Yeah, like the final season, part 4, is the final season.
Is it truly?
And apparently, it's a movie.
Did you see
it's truly final end of the final thing with the finalist episode that is over?
It.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It says
we're free.
The chapter or the subtitle is the final season, final chapter or something.
Oh
like
my
that.
god!
Yeah, it's just
final season, part 4, final chapter.
Yeah, it's like okay,
part 2.
Okay, we get it. It's done. Okay, the word only has to be uttered once. You have to use it twice.
And imagine like just calling it season 8.
It's like a soap
cringe way to refer to them.
Yeah, it's like
a soap opera where you think it's over and then the villain gets up again and says, I only pretended to be dead, but I'm actually the good twin of my evil brother who is behind that tree.
It reminds me of like the Monty Python's Holy Grail when the old man is like something like that.
Well, imagine
they knock him out.
Imagine if Square Enix goes, okay, Final Fantasy 17, really?
Oh, yeah, but they can't deserve it. Like they were like, that's their trademark.
I know, but if they just say we're not doing this anymore, we're all old, we don't care, just finish this thing.
Let's just call this fantasy.
And
I mean, if you didn't expect that your thing would be a brand that goes on forever, you wouldn't have called it Final Fantasy.
All right. Do we have any memes? I hope not, because there's nothing worthy of.
No, we don't.
Not really,
they are trying to post memes, but they don't deserve to be seen.
They're also not
We're
very
skipping them. This is as a punishment for this awful video.
Yes.
I'm going through them, and I don't. These aren't memes, guys. These are just images of Captain America.
Like people could have just like posted videos of like people screaming, and people have like gone actually like a giggle out of it.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, that was sad, but in a different. It was sad. Yesterday, did we watch? Yeah, that crazy tranny. Was it yesterday or the day before? Oh,
whatever that was.
Whatever
that was yesterday.
That Tolkien nonsense was. Yeah.
The derangement. We stayed up an hour late for this. I feel betrayed.
At least it was a quick video.
It's true.
Yeah.
We can go do some work or I don't know, chores, whatever.
We have done 2 hours on 5 minutes already.
Go to work. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's not much else to say. Yeah, thanks guys for the suggestion, but please watch the video first and make sure it's worthy of someone's brain power to pay attention to more than 2 seconds, because that was sad. Anyway, have a good one. Keep the recommendations coming. Keep the voting going, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.